What was that? What was that?
I think it's going to be off the hook. Okay, so Sonny, check this out. Look at how I put a nice little crust on each one of these, and these are going to be for these braised short ribs that we're going to do with a really nice pomegranate balsamic glaze. All right. So these you got to do a 6-way sear on that. Boom, 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 all the way around.
All the way around.
Now, how did I start this? Well, a little bacon fat that we've got right over here, and this is actually called the nibble plate because as we're working, I got to have just a little something to crunch
for
on.
me?
Well, it's in front of you, so you share though. Okay. You really got that beautiful meat flavor, cooking meat on the bone. The bone has all that fantastic flavor in it. This is also big time comfort food. We're talking about eating one of these short ribs and sitting on the couch. I mean, you're not knocking out this balsamic glazed short rib and then going for a hike. Why don't you bust those out into like a 1/2-inch dice?
Okay. We're gonna make some stock or something?
Yep, we're gonna pop these in, make a little mirepoix for it.
Okay.
Roll these around. Get all the sides on it. We hit a little bit on there. That fat's back up to temp. Drop them back down in. If you get done with those carrots, bust out some of that bell pepper.
I got you.
Okay, you'll knock that out. Now let me talk about the cipollini. This is gonna be the other bad boy that I'm gonna bring into this.
Okay.
Italian, it's kind of got some nice sweetness to it. Take off the sides on this, bring it around the first time, and then you can just take that first layer of that skin off. See how easy I did that?
All right, so now what is this for?
This is actually gonna be going there as well.
Okay.
Since this has got kind of like a little bit of an Italian theme to it, you know, using some balsamic vinegar, we're gonna be glazed with some red wine, get a little beef stock in this. Okay, so the cipolinis go down.
Some celery, carrots, red
Look at that. So let those go, and while that's working, we're gonna do this. Now grab these parsnips, and then we're gonna make this really dynamite puree. Now look at this thing. I always laugh. You go through the grocery store, it looks so funky. It's the celery root. It's not the brain.
That's what I rush to. I rush to stuff like this.
Yes, well here, this one's already peeled up. Now, they kind of have the same density. What I want to do is cut them both about a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
So then I could cook them together in the pot.
What you want me to do is cut them about a 1/2
inch. We're going to cut them together about a 1/2 inch.
All right.
Okay? So we'll get these down. I'm going to cook these in a little bit of milk.
Okay.
And it's going to give this nice creaminess to it. Give me the last one.
I'm giving it to you. I'm giving
There
it
you go.
to you.
Okay? Bring that milk over. So hit milk to about an inch, inch and a half
I need a
above
man.
that. Listen to that line I just got sold.
I do that at home too.
Okay, almost.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
just need a little bit more of that milk. Okay. There we go. And see how it's floating a little bit? You just push down with a spatula or something, and you'll be able to see really where that is. Drop that thyme and those garlic cloves in there. They're gonna cook along with the parsnips and the celery. Okay, so now it's time for some flour. About 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
Smell it.
It does smell amazing.
See how it tightened up? Come here, check this out.
It feels good.
Okay, now here comes the kicker, okay? We're gonna get a little bit of spice down here, a little red chili flake, a little bit of rosemary. Now here is a secret. Can I show everybody?
Yeah, you can show.
Take a look at that bad boy, pickling spice, okay? This is kind of like a tablespoon of holiday right here, okay?
Tablespoon of holiday.
You wanna grab me that red wine there, Sonny?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna deglaze this pan. Now hit me in there a little bit.
Tell me
Dig
when.
it. Look at that, everything came right off the bottom. All the flavor is gonna be packed into this. Okay, go ahead and throw those short ribs in there. Now here's how I like to get them in. I like to wiggle them down in there so they kind of touch the bottom.
Gotta nestle them.
Okay, down inside like that. I wanna kind of look at it, see where my vegetables are, see what my moisture level is right off the bat, and then add my beef broth accordingly, okay? Now, go nice and slow on this, give it a chance to settle through. You see how we're about 3/4 of the way up?
Yes.
Looking good. Put the lid on it, we're gonna pop in the oven. And it's using this real nice Dutch oven that really holds the heat, helps the cooking process. This is going in the oven 350 for about an hour and a half and just be fall off the bone tender. But that's just the beginning. You wanna see the money shot here?
Yeah, I do want to see the money
Ready?
shot. Ooh.
Now what I'm gonna do is, can you get the tongs? You wanna hold on to that?
Yeah.
There we go, I'm getting a nice parsnip celery root facial over here. There we are, okay? Now, we're gonna let that reduce a little bit, and this is gonna become that really fantastic au jus that's gonna go around. Now we're gonna make the glaze that's gonna go on top of this flaky beef short rib.
Okay.
So a little balsamic vinegar, add a little bit of pomegranate juice, about 3/4 of a cup. Now, we're gonna hit it with 4 or 5 tablespoons of honey, and hit that with the whisk, let it reduce to about 1/3 to 1/2, and that's gonna turn into this beautiful glaze that we're gonna put on top of these short ribs. So the parsnips and the celery root,
Yes.
perfect. Get them in the food processor, we'll make the puree.
I love the flavor of a parsnip. And then to match it with a celery root, that's very smart.
Look at that.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I am. This is that pomegranate and balsamic glaze. Now, what's going to happen? This is almost going to candy right on top of that.
I'm trying to sit home.
And look how it almost candies up.
Look at that.
Isn't that crazy? Because it's that hot. So you've got the honey,
Ooh.
the pomegranate juice, not pomegranate molasses,
Yeah,
all together.
yeah.
Okay. Sonny, you want to go ahead and hit the puree into the bowl here for me?
Yeah, sure.
Now, while you do that, I know I got a gravy boat here.
Yes.
So we pop that in there. Now, we've got to garnish those a little bit. Remember the bacon that we started the whole party with at the beginning? So we crumble a little bit of that
Ooh, yes.
on top of those parsnips, celery root puree. And there's your onions that you love.
Your French
Nice little
onions.
sweet onion going on top of that. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sonny and Guy, tell me that is not a holiday platter of fun.
Yeah, that's a holiday feast.
Girl, you're money.
Your money.